Hello and welcome back to the Soul Knowledge Podcast. This is Rocky K, and today we have a little bit of a different episode. So, mostly I love to talk to people about purpose and our soul paths and understanding our soul paths. But also, one of the big things I love to do is just to help people come back to themselves, feel grounded, get centered. And so today is a very short episode because I just want to help you or arm you with tools that's going to help you take a pause in the chaos life likes to throw to us and get grounded and just come back to you. So before we get into this, it is a short meditation, and I'm telling you this episode is going to be super short because it really does not take long to come back to yourself in this tool. So if you're like really in a time crunch, this is what I want you to do. And if you are driving, don't do this, or operating machinery. When you get out of the car, though, this is what you can do. So listen up and listen to this. I want you, if you're in a fast-paced environment and you need literally less than a minute to hurry up and just collect yourself and get grounded, I want you just to close your eyes, and you can put your hand on your heart, one on your abdomen. If you feel like it, if you are in a place where you can't do this, you can literally just close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that there's this beautiful, strong cord that's coming from the base of your spine, and it's going down through the ground and anchoring into the earth. And I like to see that cord wrapping around the core of the earth. And then I imagine the core of the earth is just this beautiful, strong crystal that is just putting all this peaceful, powerful, healing energy into my cord and sending it back up into the cord into me. And then you can open your eyes and carry on. And that literally takes 30 seconds. And you can do that anywhere. The next version that I am going to do is going to take a couple minutes, but it is also very powerful, and it just helps you get recentered. And this is maybe if you do have a few more minutes, but really you don't have a lot of time. So when we think about getting grounded, this is just like it kind of pulling us back down to earth. And I always tell people, especially somebody that's more creative, that they need to ground more often. Or if you are just in a life where there are a lot of moving parts and you just feel like so much is happening and you don't have a lot of control over it and it gets chaotic, you need to ground more. I mean, easy ways that you can ground is going for a walk, taking 10 nice, big, deep breaths, which you can do that while driving. I do that while I am driving. But the practice that I am going to teach you today is something simple. It is something you can do anywhere. You can come back to this podcast if you like, or just simply memorize it, or shift it into something that is your own, because this should be your own practice. This is something that you easily are intelligent and creative enough to do something that feels like you. So now this is the part where I really don't want you to be driving. I want you to be in a place where you can truly pause. And if you can sit, even better. If you cannot sit, that's okay. Like, you can do this totally standing. I encourage you to have your feet on the ground. If you cannot, that's okay too. You can just imagine you have your feet on the ground, and that's good. So, what I want you to do now is I want you to get into that comfortable position. I want you to have those feet firmly planted on the ground. I want you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And I want you just to come to that breath, get really present, feeling the air going in and out of your nose. And then I want you to imagine as you're breathing and focusing that you have little knobs on your forehead, one that's connected to the chatter in your brain and all those racing thoughts. And we're just going to quiet that down now. So we're going to take that knob and we're going to turn it all the way down, quieting the mind, quieting those racing thoughts. And then I want you to find that knob that's connected to your higher self or that purest part of you that wants your highest and bestest good. And I want you to turn that knob all the way up. So we're connected to that peaceful, that calm part of us that's not driven by our ego. And we've stopped the racing, the chaos from going through our mind. And you can gently turn that knob again off if you notice that your brain starts to race again. And I want you just to focus on that breathing. And if you feel called to, you can put one hand on your heart and one on your abdomen and feel that heart beating. Feel your breath going in and out. I want you to feel the connection to the chair that you might be sitting on, or if you're lying, feel where your body's making contact. Maybe you can feel your clothes touching your body, your skin. Maybe you notice there's some tension or tightness in your body. And I want you just to take a nice, big, deep breath in. And I want you to imagine that breath is going into those areas where it's tight and tense. And on the exhale, you're going to be blowing all that tension out. And you can repeat that as often or as many times as you need until you feel the release. And now I want you to bring your attention down to your feet. And I want you to imagine now that you have roots that are growing out of the bottoms of your feet, growing down through the floors, into the earth. And seeing those roots going deeper and wider into the earth, anchoring you in as they go deeper and wider, anchoring you, grounding you. And notice as they continue to go deeper and wider, spreading big, wide and deep, that these roots grow thicker and stronger as they make their way to the center of the earth, going deeper and wider and getting thicker and stronger. Deeper and wider, thicker and stronger. As they reach the center of the earth, you see those roots wrap around the center of the earth. And that center of the earth is this beautiful, powerful gem, stone that offers you peace. It offers you healing. It offers you the energy that you need to get through whatever life's challenges has been sent your way. And notice as that energy begins to go back up into your body through the roots, filling your body up with that light, that peace, that healing, that power, that connection to the earth's energy. And at the same time, notice that the light comes down through your head, filling your body with the energy from the universe, from source, from God, whatever it is that you connect with, equally filling your body up. I want you to take a nice, big, deep breath in the nose, filling the lungs, filling the abdomen, holding at the top, and then exhale through the mouth, pushing all that air out. That nice, long, deep exhale is what sends that message to the brain, to the body, letting you know that you're safe and you are okay. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. Take a big, deep breath in the nose, holding at the top. And let's exhale through the mouth, squeezing all that air out. And you can continue that deep breathing if that's what you feel the called to do. And I want you to thank Mother Earth for the energy. Thank Universe for the energy, for the connection. As now you are grounded both to the earth and equally connected to Source. And when you are ready, you can come back into your body, open your eyes, back into the room, and just get centered and feel the difference in your energy. And when we are grounded, we are so much more powerful because we are being true to us and we are not being reactive to the situations around ourselves. When we are grounded, we are anchored in, we are calm, we are peaceful. And I hope that this becomes a practice for you on a daily basis. It is something that is needed daily. Some people need it multiple times through the day. I want you to trust whichever of these practices, whether it's taking 10 deep breaths, going for a nice walk in nature, stepping outside to get fresh air, whether it's doing this longer practice, whether it's just feeling that anchor from the base of your spine, that cord going and wrapping the earth. We deserve to feel peaceful and calm. We show up so much more authentically, peacefully, and with a higher, more beautiful, calming energy. And I promise you that is exactly, it's exactly what we need right now. And I hope and I pray that is something you do on a daily, regular basis, and you make this a part of your routine. So in the meantime, that is all I have today on the Soul Knowledge Podcast. If that is something that stirs in you, or you're feeling like you're needing a little more guidance, a little more time out, I host meditations Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can join live here in Virginia Beach, or you can join via Zoom. They're $15. And I also have Melissa Avello of Mel in the Middle. She does Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. And her meditations are just as beautiful, just as grounding. So I pray, I hope, I just want you all to feel so good and be so authentically you and peaceful and calm so that we can collectively elevate the vibe of our communities so that we don't get lost in the chaos and the anger and the battles that I see online. It's being true to who we are. And I hope and I pray that you are showing up just as you should. In the meantime, thank you for joining us today. I hope that this resonates with at least one of you, if not more. but please feel free to share it with someone that you feel just needs a nice deep breath, a nice moment to get grounded. Thank you.